Good morning. This is Saturday, the 16th of April, 2022. Time to get on with the rest of the month. This is where I moved my hummingbird wind chime to. Right here by the window, by the fireplace, so we can see it at night. This is what it looks like a little closer up. You can see all the hummingbirds and the chimes. You can see they change colors. There's a pretty full Carolina moon tonight. Good morning. Happy Easter. We're on our way to the Easter service at church. They're just having one service at 10 o'clock today. And then Betty's going to come over later for lunch. The cross has the white on it now for Easter, for Christ being risen. They had purple when we were here Wednesday night. Sign says, Hallelujah, the tomb is empty. There's the pretty decorations for Easter. This is our Easter Sunday lunch. Ham, Parmesan potatoes, green beans, deviled eggs, and rolls. And Betty. I've been talking to David and Jill again. We're planning our trip. We're going to go see them next week. So that'll be exciting. It is exciting.
Yay.
So happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
Okay, love you.
Love you.
Bye. It's Monday morning and we're getting rain. There's more rain over toward the woods. It was coming down a minute ago, really hard. Looks like it's slacked off. We finally caught the big armadillo that's been tearing up our yard. This is the side by the bedroom. It's outside the backyard. I think the one in the backyard left. But this one has just been making big holes everywhere. Glad we finally got him. He's got just a little tiny head. It's raining this morning a little bit, has been. So, I guess it's sayonara. He's not long for this world.
Less holes to worry about.
There's one of the holes. They're just everywhere. You can't walk. Wonder we don't fall. Our swing is done. We got a cushion on the back. Might make some adjustments to the cushion, but we got all the wood on there and got it here on the deck. We're back here at the Cancer Center. Larry's here for his regular checkup. Make sure everything's still good. We got here about a half hour early, so we've just been waiting in the truck. We had a Snickers bar to kill some time. It's an hour later, and Larry's had his blood drawn and his vitals taken, and now we're sitting here waiting on either the doctor or the PA.
Waiting as usual.
Yeah. This is Wednesday the 20th, and the sun is just coming up, and we're going on a road trip, going to Ohio. It's 7 o'clock and 43 degrees, and we're on our way to visit my son's. It's 9:53 and we're in Charlotte traffic. It's just been kind of stop and go. And when it stopped, it doesn't seem to be any reason for it to be stopped.
Welcome to Virginia. I got my sweetheart driving.
Well, you drove for the first 4 hours, so it's only fair.
Welcome to West Virginia. A lot of redbud trees just starting to bloom.
We stayed here at the Red Roof Inn last night. Had a nice room, everything we needed. It's 7:40 and we're ready to go get breakfast. Now he's got his cup of coffee. There's Bob Evans, what we ate supper. And here's the shopping center. Not anything you can eat right here. See, there's the river, the bridge over the Ohio River. They've got the new Route 35 all open. There's the beautiful Ohio. It's almost 2 o'clock and we're here at Matt's. Well, we're checked into the Quality Inn. This is where we're going to spend the night because Matt has a full house living with him. Aunt Tony and Josh and Brittany besides his family. So we've got a motel room and it's going to be another good night's sleep.
And a pool.
Oh, and a pool. We forgot our swimsuits, though.
Inside.
Inside pool, but we forgot our swimsuits. It's time for breakfast. They got a coffee bar. They got potatoes and eggs and waffles. All kinds of stuff. This is our good breakfast. I've got orange juice, hash browns, an egg, and a bear claw. Larry's got a biscuit and gravy and eggs. This is where we're going to have lunch with the family. We got the family all here for lunch. We got all the grandkids but one. This is Josh, and his wife Brittany. There's Drew and Whitney and Samantha, Aunt Tony, my son Matt. Larry's waving. Addie and Mindy way down there. It's Jack's birthday. He got a present.
It's got Chewy guard technology. We'll see how that works for us.
I'm 30's here there. I did not pick this.
There he is. Is his birthday actually tomorrow?
It's actually tomorrow on the 23rd.
And he'll be a year old.
Yep.
I was trying to see how
He won't be a big boy.
And we'll see how good the Chew Guard technology works for us.
Yes. Well, we're leaving. Bye. This is Saturday morning and we're getting ready to check out of our motel, but here's the pretty pool that we didn't swim in. Looks nice.
Oh, we finally got done with the winter, huh?
I think so.
We got a nice lobby area with a TV. It's Saturday at 8:44, 61 degrees, and we're leaving the Quality Inn. Traveling through a lot of nice farmland. Lots of cornfields that haven't been planted yet. Big barns. We're getting close to Columbus, so it's time to switch drivers. Find a nice rest stop here. Lots of holes in the road. Looks like pear trees are blooming.
Ready?
Yeah.
Go.
Go. Have to watch your traffic here.
Where's
There are
Dave?
crabapple trees getting ready to bloom. Here we are. Everything's all mowed pretty. Daffodils are blooming. There's Jill.
Hello. She's taking a picture of you.
is life-changing.
Jill has fish.
Your mortgage could be less than your rent.
Beta fish there. And a big one up there. And she's taking care of them.
Water testing, David.
It's not a simple thing. It's water testing.
That's keep them healthy and happy.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Fletcher?
Hi, Fletcher. He's bigger than the rug. He just can't fit. All those pretty colors mean something. You can see them.
Match them up.
Yeah. Yeah. You match the colors.
See how they go.
There's lots of colors of water here to know how it tests out, to get it all right. There's Francis. Get all fresh water in there now.
The water's supposed to be that color.
Oh, and he's hiding down here. Yeah, the water's supposed to be that color. What's this one's name?
Ferdinand.
Ferdinand.
Like the bull.
Yes.
These are Jill's pretty daffodils blooming now. And she's got a little bit of phlox. And here's her violas that just come up now. There is the crabapple tree. It's just full bloom today. It's been opening up all day. Very pretty. Oh, it's Monday morning. This is the 26th, 27th?
Sure.
25th.
Oh, this is Monday the 25th, and we're getting ready to leave David and Jill's. We had a nice visit. Enjoyed ourselves. But have to go back. Look at the chickens. Fletcher.
There he is.
I can't see him. There he is. Fletcher's running back and forth the fence. All happy. It's 7:21, 64 degrees, and we're starting our driving for today. It's a pretty farm country more. Everything's so green. We stopped here at my cousin Sue's. We finally got to see her. It's been quite a while. So we had a nice little short visit. We're here on Route 33, ready to cross the river to Ravenswood, West Virginia, across the Ohio River. And it looks like there might be construction. One lane on the bridge. And it's 11 o'clock and 82 degrees. Ohio River.
Hope the bridge holds up.
Mm-hmm. Looks a lot like a silver bridge did. There's the river. Welcome to West Virginia, wild and wonderful. Now we just take 77 all the way for the rest of the day. And Charleston Capitol Building. And there's the pretty mountains over there. We're still in West Virginia, but we're getting closer to Virginia. This is always a pretty part of the trip. using up the last of the gift card we got for Christmas. I got a salad and country fried steak and hash browns, and Larry's got country fried steak and mac and cheese and a loaded baked potato, and we got biscuits and water, so we are all set. We're here at the Econo Lodge. We're going to spend the night. We're in Wytheville. We got here just after 3, but I'm just still tired. It's 7 o'clock now. I was kind of paranoid about bed bugs, but they assured me they didn't have them, and I haven't found any. But everything's fine. We ought to be home tomorrow about 1 or 2 o'clock, and I called, and Deke is taking care of our chickens, and he says they're fine. There's 4 of them in love with him, but the other one doesn't do what he wants. I don't know if that's Henrietta or not. Here's the office. Larry's in getting a cup of coffee. It's 7:20 on Tuesday, and we're ready to start for home. There's a pretty view of the mountains. Virginia, West Virginia, and Ohio are all such pretty states. Welcome to North Carolina. Went to Mount Airy, North Carolina, which is the basis for Mayberry. Right here's Wally's service station. A couple guys sitting out there. Fritz. We found Andy and Barney's car parked right here by the ice cream shop.
There's Laura by the squad car. Okay. Get out of there before he locks you up.
Aunt Bee's Candy Kitchen. This is a cardboard cutout of Barney Fife. A touch of Mayberry. Here's they got sketches of everyone. There's Aunt Bee, Otis, Gomer. This is Floyd's barber shop. It was closed. About everything was closed. We were there early in the day. We walked around and asked some directions, and we found Andy Griffith and Opie, their statue. It's here by the museum.
Okay.
There they are, all 3 of them. We're here by the Andy Griffith Museum, and there's this huge snowball plant. Full bloom. That's really nice. This is in the museum, and it talks about Andy Griffith's early life and his home there in Mount Airy, and just different things about him. It was interesting. This is the cast of the show. I don't remember that man in the back right. This is where President George Bush gave Andy the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
Oh, here it is.
There's the courthouse doors, sheriff's office. There's Andy's sheriff's uniform shirt. There's the jail. We're here in the museum. Got Larry in jail. Need somebody to come bail him out. Oh, somebody must have paid the fine. Must have been speeding through town. We're on 485 going around Charlotte. And it's 11:40 and 83 degrees. On the way up, we went through Charlotte, so we decided going back 485 up the outer belt would probably be better. So far it is. There's Carowinds over there, amusement park. Doesn't look like anything's running yet. Welcome to South Carolina. He's been driving all morning, and it's time for a break. My turn to drive now that we're in South Carolina. He did all of Virginia and North Carolina. Here's the rest area so we can switch. So it took us about 7 hours, including stops for lunch and stops to see in Mayberry. So that's still a pretty good time. It's 3:25 and 89 degrees, and we are home. Larry picked up all this fencing out of the trash in Mount Airy. Somebody throwed it out in the garbage, and he wants to have it to keep the chickens out of these plants, some of them. So that'll be just right for that. And here's all the plants that Matt gave me. They've made it. I watered them yesterday, and it rained on them today, but they're already dried out again. You know how Lucy is always getting Ethel in trouble? Well, it looks like she's got Henrietta in trouble now. Ah, she's going to get under there if I can let her out. You want to go out of there? There. Okay, here. Come on. This way. Come under. Yes. There they go. That's Henrietta and Ethel, I think. We trimmed Lucy's wings this morning because she was flying up on the potatoes and going into the lattice garden. I just lifted this up and let her out because she was about half under it. Yeah, that's Lucy. Okay, so Lucy and Henrietta were the ones in there.
Henrietta was no better. I'll have to cut her loose.
This is Wednesday evening, the 27th, and we're having green beans from the Chinese green beans from the greenhouse, and eggplant from the garden, and ham left from Easter. So that's supper tonight. Larry's made a lot of headway on getting this stump out. He's got it all cut all the way around and dug around. Got the come along on it. Larry's been back out here with the stump, using the come along.
Okay, I'm gonna leave it right there so I can knock some of that dirt back into there.
Okay.
We got it.
You got it. I didn't have anything to do with it.
That was a killer, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Between the chainsaw and the digging. The only way to get it, though.
Mm-hmm. Well, new loaf of bread is done. I was outside when it got done, so it got a little bit darker on the side than normal. But it's not burned, it's just brown. We're back in bread. This is what Larry did with the fence that he picked up out of the trash. He's got it around 7 trees now to keep the chickens from scratching them. Here's another one. This is Friday, and I'm here at Betty's. I cleaned off the patio for her. Just swept it and cleaned the table so you can sit out here and have coffee in the mornings. And I brought her some moss rose to plant. And I mowed the yard. So, won the weed eater some. So. This is Saturday, April 30th, the last day of the month. And Larry caught another armadillo last night. You can't tell it, but this yard here looks almost like it had been rototillered. There was so many holes in it. Larry caught it in the trap. He didn't need any bait, and it's not quite as big as the other one was. Sayonara. There's no grass here. He's just dug it all up.
Pretty heavy.
We bought more drip hose the other day, so now we got it all on the watermelon. We get them water and around the orange tree. And the tomatoes here by the fence. The chickens were putting their heads through the fence and eating the tomato. They pretty well ate that one. Just on the sides here where they could reach. It was eating a tomato. Old fence out and put it against the other to keep them from getting their heads through. Save the tomatoes. The rose bush is in full bloom. Here's the roses close up. We've got lots of the peppers and the petite peppers. This plant's growing nice peppers. And we got squash growing on our plants. There's two right there. And we got all of our plants look pretty good. They all got like they're going to be growing squash. Our stand of corn looks pretty good. It's growing. There's Larry and his corn. You can see it's waist high on him.
Yeah, might be eating corn next week.
But it's looking good.
And string beans in front of it.
Yeah, everything's looking good. You're looking good.
Ooh, boy, that sounds like a good date night.
I never did report on Larry's visit to the cancer doctor, and he got a good report. Everything was fine. His platelets are a little low, but that's his normal now. But he don't have to go back for 6 months.
Yep, cancer doctor.
Green beans. And our eggplants are just loaded. More down there on that one. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plants. This plant just volunteered and came up in the beans. But look at the size of those leaves. And it's got a little squash coming down there. You see all those little green oranges and all down that way. Oh, these right here are a little bigger. These cherry tomatoes are as high as the fence. And the tomatoes on them are growing. Those are kind of big for cherry tomatoes. There's another big clump. Now, these are the flowers Betty gave me last year for my birthday. And they came back strong. They look good. The miniature rose is starting to bloom. Larry's watering. Larry's putting some water on the fig tree. Now he's going to go back and get the tomatoes some more. I've got 11 pots of flowers that Matt gave me when I was up there. There's hyacinths and tulips. I mean, they don't look good now, but that's because they're bulbs and they're supposed to die down after they bloom. So here's some bleeding heart. And look at this big one. It's doing really good. It's blooming. That's a huge, pretty, beautiful one. And he gave me Lily of the Valley. I'm going to take all these to North Carolina because they like cool weather, but they're getting ready to bloom. And more bleeding heart. This is the little flower bed before you go into the house, where we come in from the driveway all the time. And that snapdragon was a volunteer that lived through the winter. And the little marigolds I started are growing. There's an earlier marigold. And all these up through here seem to be living and doing fine. I still got work to do in this flower garden. I gotta put some pine straw down after the marigolds get bigger. And the fountain, I got to get it cleaned out and working. But the banana tree has a leaf coming out of the top. And I bought a drip hose to put in here so I don't have to come out and water it. This is my hibiscus I got last year for my birthday. I got to take the yellow leaves out of it and then spent blooms. Let's see, I hear my herbs need some serious attention. They got weeds and briars I got to get out. But that's the lemon balm. There's the rosemary. And there's a little bit of sage there. And parsley. The parsley, that looks the best it's ever looked. So I get the weeds out, and I think I'll try and plant some more basil seeds. Get some new plant of it. But a lot of work to do right here. Our onions are coming along. It won't be long till it's time to pull them. They're getting bigger bulbs. It says to pull them when they're broke over or when they fall over, but mine don't stand up. They fell over from the beginning. And so I'm just waiting till the bulb gets bigger. And once in a while I'll see one. That one looks like it's kind of bent over. Might be able to pull it, but I'd like to see if it'll get bigger. But it's going to be nice onions, and it won't be too much longer. I fed them a couple days ago. Mary's little carrots are growing. They still got to be thinned more. And we have bell pepper plants finally that came up. Because the first time they didn't come up, the ones we planted. And these are the big carrots that we transplanted out of the raised bed. Might be pulling those before very long. I still want more dwarf marigolds, so I bought 2 more packages. They're mixed, French double dwarf. Well, I swept half the greenhouse. This is the after I swept up all the dirt. I'm kind of tired and my back hurts, so I'm going to do the other side later. But it's about 90 degrees in here, and I still have on a sweatshirt. What I have to do yet. It's just a mess. I've been wanting to do it, so I'm glad to have one half of it done. We picked enough green beans to have Chinese green beans again for lunch. And there's a few strawberries. A couple of them will have to ripen a little more, but a couple of more of them are nice and ripe. Well, we bought all these 3 packages of pepperoni at Walmart the other day. So I am separating them and putting them in the snack bags. I'm putting 9 pieces in a bag. That's what we use for a frozen pizza. We put it on it. So I'm just putting it in slowly. But we'll have pepperoni to last for a long time now. I've got the date, how long it's good on the bag. It's a easy thing to do on a Saturday afternoon.
Especially when it's so hot out.
Yeah, do this and watch vlogs. Yeah, we eat pizza about once a week, every Friday. So all these bags will be going into the freezer, and we'll have a lot to last a long time. Now I'll put these bags inside of a freezer bag, because these are just snack bags to keep them separate. It's a lot easier to pull out just what we're going to use than having a whole big bag to open and trying to get it apart, and then sealing it back up again. And while I'm doing the pepperoni, Larry's here doing bacon. I bought 3 pounds of bacon yesterday. And so he's dividing it and putting it in bags. He's just starting. He's got the messier job. And he changed into shorts. Showing off his legs.
Yeah.
He's putting about 6 pieces in there. They're cut in half. And that'll be enough for breakfast for us. That's 3 pieces a piece for breakfast. Larry put leaves around all these tomatoes here by the fence to mulch them. keep the dirt from flying up on them. So we mulched all the way down through there with leaves.
I need to do the watermelons like that.
I got all the dead wood out of my lantana, so that's another project we're working on and get finished next month. Now the sun's gone down. May will be starting tomorrow, and there'll be a lot of birthdays, including mine. Good night. God bless.